And maybe this is something that Andy can talk about, the idea of, like you say then, about it just being a few people, through your mates with laptops. I mean, that idea of we've got to a point now where technology has been democratized to the extent where you can create essentially Hollywood-style visual effects with 3 laptops and a few friends. I mean, Andy, I know you've worked on like image metrics in terms of like facial recognition technology. Which has been used in like Harry Potter and Grand Theft Auto in terms of the video gaming industry. I mean, do you think that it'll come to a certain point in a couple of years where filmmakers are now making films on DSLR cameras, incredibly cinematic? Do you think that in a couple of years, we'll be able to make, do completely these massive big Hollywood effects in terms of, just from a laptop sort of thing? And is that going to get easier and easier?
It never ceases to amaze me how quickly technology increases, and things, even on the big budget films like Avatar, things that they managed to do there, I didn't think would be possible. So I think, like everything, if there's enough demand, it will get into everybody's hands. I mean, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, there wasn't even YouTube, didn't exist, the idea didn't exist. And that's brought on a lot of amateur filmmaking, a lot of tools into the hands of the public. Things like Photoshop are kind of mass market now, and so on. So I'm sure that will happen. And it's also refreshing to see stuff, like some of the videos that didn't need all of that. So I think there's always a place for everything. And picking up on what Matt says, even on a relatively big budget, you can afford 150 people, which is a lot, but perhaps not 30,000. So there'll be stuff, but I think it's all ultimately down to how, and I think that's a bit of a theme of all this, how creative the individuals are behind it, and how much they're prepared to graft more than the technology. That's just films, videos, it's all about storytelling. It's kind of like the oldest entertainment there is, and it's more about the story than the means of doing it. If you know how to tell a good story and the cinematics are there, whether they're in a film or in imagination, you'll get there. You could have the best kit in the world, but a crap script, and nobody will come. And there's a few testaments to that out there, on the box office floors.